All right, we're live. That fucking wonderful audio transition right there. All right, welcome back to the Millennial Meltdown podcast. I'm here with Ross Dinsdale. What up, man?
Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Oh, man. We fucking just ate a delicious spaghetti dinner made by Samantha downstairs.
It's good.
It's wonderful.
That's why we keep her downstairs in the kitchen. Makes really good spaghetti.
I try to. Thanks for coming, man. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for feeding me. It was great.
My mic's running away from me a little bit. We were just talking about comedy. I got a few things I want to ask you about while we're here. We wasted a solid hour of material talking over dinner.
We'll create more. We're creators. We'll create more.
Yeah, we're doing great. First things first. One of the biggest reasons that I'm excited you're here is because you're the Rally Cowboy, and we even
That
talked
is
about
very
that
true.
yet.
Very
But,
true.
So I told my two best friends that I sent them a video of you as the Rally Cowboy today. And I was like, the Rally Cowboy's coming on the podcast today. And they were like, no way. How'd you fucking make that happen? And I was like, oh, I just know the guy. Like, I was like, he's my buddy who does comedy in Phoenix.
I think that's the beauty, though, like, of being this figure, this mythical creature of the Arizona sports scene is, like, I am just this guy who likes sports and that likes, I don't know, it's fun. Like, to get behind a cause, fandom has, back in the Roman days, they went and cheered onto their favorite tiger that was going to eat the guy. I just want to be that every guy that everyone wants to know.
Yeah.
That probably made no sense, but
I feel like it made sense. I feel like for those who know you probably think it makes sense. I was so psyched when because I knew you at the open mics for a couple weeks, and then I heard you talking about the Diamondbacks and like being the Cowboy, and I was like, shut the fuck up. I was like, you're lying right now. I was like, are you really the Rally Cowboy? You were like, yeah, man. And I was like, dude, I have totally sat like in your section and high-fived you during a game before. Like, I have seen you at Diamondbacks games so many times, like for years too. Like, I started doing comedy this year, and we're gonna talk about comedy for sure, but I started doing comedy this year, but I have known you as the Rally Cowboy for at least like 3 or 4 years now, for sure, going to Diamondbacks games, because I go to Diamondbacks games all the time. Like last season I went to like 30 games,
and you probably saw me.
probably at several of them, I'm sure.
It's funny who, like, there are people who know if you watch something enough to know who I am. It's never gotten me laid before. It's always guys like the whispering down at the NBR, like, hey, go talk to him. I think that's the guy. One of them boldly walks over to, and, hey, can I ask you something? Yeah. Do you go to a lot of Diamondbacks games? Yeah. Are you the guy? Are you the guy? And you're like, which guy? Are you the Cowboy? And it's like, yeah, I'm the Cowboy. Oh my gosh, I'm the Cowboy. I met the Cowboy. Or you tell people like, oh, you watch a lot of Diamondbacks baseball. You ever see the Cowboy? No, not at all. Like, oh, okay.
Make sure you keep pulling that up to your mouth there. But I gotta ask you, I mean, what made you start doing that? Like, how did that start? When did it start? How did it start?
So we just finished my third season as the unofficial official mascot of the Arizona Diamondbacks. So we've done it for 3 seasons. I used to work at a bank as a personal banker, and you had to wear a shirt and a tie. And dude, I'm a weird guy. Like, I don't like to conform. Like, I'll play by your rules, but I'm gonna play and by them in my way. And so I decided I found a really nice vintage cowboy shirt. I had a bolo tie, cowboy hat, really tight jeans, made my butt look good, and a really nice cowboy boots, belt buckle. And I started going to the work, and I called it Western Wednesdays. Like, giddy up, yeehaw.
Yeah.
I got fired from that job, but I continue every Wednesday. I just dress like a cowboy, and I ended up getting 4 tickets to a Diamondbacks game on a Wednesday. And I went, and I've been doing. I stole this cheer. When I say gold, you say Schmidt. Gold, Schmidt. I stole that cheer from someone sitting in the nosebleeds. I can because I sit in the lower level. So there's, it's a hierarchy. Like, I sit lower than you, so thank you very much.
Yeah.
But I've been doing it a lot longer. I've been doing what I've been doing as the cowboy a lot longer than I've been the cowboy. But the cowboy gave it a face, gave it a name. And they came back, they were playing the Mets, and they came back and they won the game. The next week I got tickets again to another day game, and I went. And it just kind of, Bob Brenly, I guess we have the Rally Cowboy here. And I was just like, well, shoot, I can't go to another baseball game and not be the cowboy. And people have embraced it. It's fun. Comics, you guys sure get a kick out of it.
I love it. I got to pull up a video of you right now. If you want to look at the video I'm looking at, I'm not going to put it on the video, but you can just Google Rally Cowboy Diamondbacks. And there's a ton
If
of
you went to
videos
Google,
Ross
instead of
on
going
there.
through YouTube, if you just go to Google and you type in the Rally Cowboy, I'm the first 3 hits.
And actually, I learned this earlier today. If you type in Rally Cowboy Dbacks, it comes up easier than Diamondbacks.
That is true.
Just to be fair. The third one, fan dressed like cowboy dances to YMCA.
That's the game that I blew up in. That was like I made sports.
Dude, you are viral in this video. I mean, this is posted by the MLB YouTube account. This video has
1,100 views.
1,100 views. But this YouTube account has 2.5 million subscribers. Just because that's the YouTube count. I mean, like, this has been shared all over fucking Facebook and Twitter and tons of shit. It's just so funny. You're in, like, the fucking, it looks like the 8th row.
Oh, yeah, those are good seats. Those are 4 rows from the field.
Killing it as the Rally Cowboy. It's so funny.
Those are my dad's seats.
That's so great, dude. I have fucking seen you at so many games.
I'm at a point, though, like, I don't, if I have bleeder tickets or if I'm somewhere in the game, because I don't have to sit there and go. If I'm anywhere in the ballpark.
I've seen you in the upper level before.
But the last time I sat up there, I went up there and the old lady checking tickets, bless her heart, but she's like, hey, cowboy, how come you're not down in your section?
Really?
And I was like, oh, I'm just coming to sit up with the common folk. Like,
that's so funny. I want to say I saw you up there. It was on like Star Wars night or some giveaway night. It might have been like.
Was I doing the snakes?
Oh, I don't even know, man. But I just remember I was up in the top section with my dad, and you were in our section like 10 rows in front of us, and I was like, this is the fucking coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. And you're fucking getting everyone in the section, because there's like no one up there. You're getting like everyone in the section to do like the Let's Go Goldschmidt chant. And then all I remember is later that game, you were down low. Because usually if I sit up there with me and my dad, like, we go and snag seats like 4th or 5th inning down low. And then you were down there too. I was like, that's a fucking same guy.
Most ushers know who I am. Most people in the ballpark know who I am.
Yeah.
I know what sections I can go down in the middle of the game and be like, yo, let me just sit here, let me route, and like, just let me do my job. Let me do work.
That's so great.
I treat it like sometimes I think like my best sets have been at a Diamondbacks game.
As the Rally
my
Cowboy.
biggest crowd's been 26,000 people. I don't want to like toot my own horn, but
they have for sure put you on the big screen many times.
Oh yeah, I was in the intro
Rally
video
Cowboy.
this year.
Really?
No, it's fun, man. I love baseball. I like this team. I've got to figure out. They were talking last night. Oh, when will Ross be back? And it was like, oh, opening day.
Shut up.
Are
you gonna come back opening day?
Yeah,
all right.
And I'll do opening day and then try and do like weekend series or.
That'll be awesome.
No, I don't know if they're trending upward. They're relevant right now.
Dude, we decided Madison Bumgarner.
Right. Well, I got asked at Improv Mania the other night. Someone asked me like, "Hey, what do you think they're going to trade for Bumgarner?" I was like, "I don't think so." For me, from what I read, I was like, I think they were fishing, but it really didn't fit what we needed as a team. $85 million, 5 years, 15 deferred. It's a really good deal, and I think that's what it was. It was $15 million more. Just, hey, work with us, let it be deferred. I think it puts them in a really good competitive spot. I mean, they won 85. They won 85 with the roster they have now.
They're talking about potentially trading Robbie Ray now.
Well, now you can.
Because we have the space.
You control the market.
Yeah. And there's a few teams who still need, but then they were talking about maybe we trade Robbie Ray and then we try to go for another big pitcher like Ryu, who's available.
Ryu's actually a free agent.
Yeah, if we're really trying to build a new pitching staff, they were talking about potential targets.
Your pitching staff right now is pretty solid.
Oh, we're filled out.
Yeah, you just pushed some guys back to AAA. I think. Your biggest needs are your corner outfield spot.
It's crazy losing Greinke and then getting Bumgarner the next year. It's a real solid addition
for $120 million less.
And I mean, just it's a solid teaching opportunity for the younger players. He's been to 3 World Series or like 4 or 5 World Series. He's won 3 World Series. He's been the league MVP 4 times.
His ERA isn't it there's a lot of talk people are like, hey, his ERA is in like a 3.3, a 3.6. It was a 3.9 last year on a really bad Giants team. He went 9-9. He still had 30 starts. He still eats innings.
And I was reading online he turned down offers to come to the Dbacks.
See, and I haven't.
He owns property here and he owns horses.
There was a story a couple years back, and I could be wrong on this, but someone else, bad quoting. I'm not a news reporter, but someone said he killed a rattlesnake and his wife saved the 2 baby bunnies that the rattlesnake just ate.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's the story I heard. I don't know, but no, I think
that's some gangster shit,
right?
That's a man right there. He cut some baby bunnies out of the snake of a belly of a rattlesnake.
That's the story, and that's what I heard. I wasn't there. I plead the fifth.
Just all nonchalant. That's the story I heard.
That's the story. I'm just a man on the streets.
That's a crazy story. Make sure you keep pulling that mic up to your mouth.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep yelling at you about it.
Good.
Okay, good.
Because this is completely different than doing a. I want to be walking around with it.
Oh yeah, it's a little different. I try to build this more official studio here. You can pull it all around. Don't be.
Yeah.
You don't have to be gentle.
I think it's getting it to where it's so you don't have to touch it.
I know as a stand-up, I feel like you always want to hold the mic.
There's sometimes I don't want to hold the mic. I want one of those. Headsets.
You want a headset?
Yeah,
or like Adam Conover?
Robin Williams used to wear a lot of clip-ons because he's so animated. I can't do a lot. I lose a lot of act-outs because I have to hold the mic with my hand.
That's fair. You are a very physical comic. We could move into comedy now if we're done talking about the Rally Cowboy.
Yeah, no, I'm stoked where they're going.
You are an unbelievably famous Diamondbacks mascot. For a Diamondbacks mascot,
Diamondback. Enough people know who I am. And I've embraced it.
At a Dbacks game, everyone knows who you are.
The biggest one when I was a 9-year-old asked me to sign the foul ball he cut.
That's awesome.
And I was just like...
Did you put Cowboy on it?
I did Rally Cowboy.
That's so badass. You got to start practicing that.
No, I'll show you. I don't have to practice nothing.
That's so fucking cool, man. Little kids just... Oh, look at... That's fucking professional, dude. You hold that up to the camera. Oh, beautiful. That's a quality signature.
And you can't read it, so you have no fucking clue who it is.
That's quality.
Can I say fuck on this? I'm sorry. Sorry, viewers.
Say whatever you want.
No, well, that's... Yeah. I'm censoring myself.
To my fucking 20 viewers. Yeah, you
that's
say
all
whatever
right.
you want.
I'm censoring They're going to be like, thank you for the censorship, Ross. And I'll be like, thank you. That was for you. Vote for me in 2020. I censor everything. I'll censor your mail. I'll censor your email.
Yeah, Dustin did my podcast, and he's like, do we need to, cover the labels on, the beers and stuff? And I was like, I would be so psyched. If I got a violation,
a cease and desist letter.
Yeah, I would.
Some people
I would put that online, and I would get more viewers that way.
You're at a point I would say too, like, oh yes, you want to use Red Hot Chili Peppers until they say something. You're small. You have 20 viewers. Like,
yeah,
who's gonna be like, oh, I watched.
I agree with you absolutely.
But it happens
on the Red Hot Chili Peppers. But now they have bots who scroll and fucking flag copyrighted shit.
No way.
And they'll take down your YouTube video if you put a Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Or anybody like mainstream.
Yeah, that's why my intro song is my intro song. My buddy Trask made it. Shout out to Trask. So that's why I use that, because he made it. But yeah, music is one of those touchy things that's like kind of iffy. But I think if we listen to like YouTube videos and shit, I'd be psyched if they pulled me down, because they were like, this YouTube video used this audio. I'd be like, ha, you listen to my shit.
You just created content off them
like, cool.
disabling content.
Right. Yeah.
You now have something to talk about on your next podcast. And
totally. When I would put it on Instagram and shit, and be like, yeah, fuck yeah.
I mean, I feel like you've made it at that. You've made it at that point,
right?
Being like, yo, my stuff got taken down.
Right. Totally.
What did you do?
What did you do? I feel the same way about podcasting as I do about comedy. Like, I just started comedy. I've been podcasting like 2 years. But I just feel like I'm in like that long game where I just gotta like keep it going, and I'm not worried about like how many viewers I have or if fucking videos get
you have to, especially in podcasting. Isn't like it's not a new idea anymore. You know what I mean? Like when it started, Mark Maron was like one of 50 people who had a podcast or whatever the number was. Now everybody, and that's why like I think like you got to find your niche.
Yeah, I don't really have a niche other than my friends and me.
I don't know. I will say,
I'm not really trying to make like a thematic podcast.
I will say something as a creative. Excuse me. Oh, that was cool. That was a clip. Make that into my ringtone.
Do it, dude. I'll sue you for copyright.
My shit's getting taken down now. As like
I own your voice now, Ross.
Oh, fuck. I'll have to use a different one. Keep creating, because the longer you do something, you're mastering it and you're learning the nuances. I did a whole year of photography where everything I posted, everything I shared was black and white.
Yeah.
And I started to learn the craft just by shooting it. And
that's dope.
I think the same could be said for doing this. Like, the more people you come in and talk to, if you had a topic, you know what I mean, something to steer it, or you're just Millennial Meltdown. Hey, I'm Millennial and I'm melting down because my brain is melting. Yeah. No, really, it's melting. It's melting.
No, yeah, I mean, that's why I named it Millennial Meltdown to begin with, just to like talk about current topics and current events and stuff. And then I've just kind of come to find that a lot of people who come in, we either have things in common that we can talk about, or they came in to talk about a specific thing anyway.
I want to talk about something. My name's Bono. I want to save the whales. I love the whales. Save the whales. I'm Bono.
Hey,
save
whales are important.
I kind of look like Bono right now a little bit.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
No? Okay, maybe not.
You don't have the sunglasses?
Well, I'm inside. These are my readers.
Yeah. Bono always has sunglasses.
Bono,
you don't even know what his eyes look like.
Save the whales. I'm Bono.
Save the whales are important.
Save the whales. Save the whales. I'm Bono.
Not me, dude.
Save the whales.
Fuck the whales. Fucking kill them all. I don't care. I do care a little bit. Not like a whole lot, though. Got a spot check.
Spot check? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, just gotta check it out.
Why don't you just leave it up?
Checking the cash? Oh, because it's distracting.
Why? Well, I get it. Look, you don't. I'll tell you what looks good and what doesn't look good. I'm like, yeah.
That's fair.
Oh, look, it's like my heartbeat. Beep. Beep,
yeah, it is kind of.
Beep. Beep. I've been watching a lot of ER, so like I'm practically a doctor.
I grew up on ER.
Right.
That was like my. I got a fun story about ER, and I don't think I've really ever said this one, so this will be fun. ER, watching it as a little kid, is the first time I learned how to have sex. Because I saw it's an episode where, and I was like a little kid. Like, people are gonna like look up that air date and be like, "You were not that little."
It was on for a really long time.
No, it was on for a long time. It was an episode where like a gold digger was trying to get like a 90-year-old man to like get her pregnant before he died.
Okay.
So he was like laying on a gurney, like dying in the hospital, and she like got him a boner, and she was like riding him, like trying to get pregnant before he died, because that was the only way.
Money baby.
Because that was the only way she could get his money.
Yeah.
So like she was like riding him in the hospital, and that was like the first time as a kid I saw like what sex was. And then it was like the first thing in my head, like a light bulb went off. I was like, oh my God, I get it. Like, it fucking goes in there. Like as a little kid, you know what I mean?
TV, man.
And that's my experience with ER, everybody.
Wow. I'm blown away. I don't have any stories like that.
I know. It was a teaching moment.
Yeah, it was a teaching hospital.
Yeah.
It wasn't a teaching hospital.
It was. Noah Wiley. I grew up on that show, hardcore.
But no, I've been watching a lot of ER, so yeah, I'm like, oh look, beep. Oh, he's got like a real weird rhythm going on. That's.
I remember when George Clooney was on that shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Young George Clooney, good looking. I mean, he's still good looking, but
yeah. I grew up with George Clooney.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. We were friends.
It was a motorcycle or something, a big car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those fucking motorcycles go by. I always fucking comment on that shit, and then, like, the audio never picks them up.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard it in my headphones.
I know. It's weird, huh?
So you would think.
Bizarre, huh?
Weird.
Yeah.
But then again, it's got to travel from here to here by the time it gets there.
I don't know.
Have you ever tried, like, how?
No, I haven't fucked around with that much shit, honestly.
I'd be in here. Have you ever farted into one of your mics?
No.
Has that ever crossed your mind?
I don't want to put it near my mouth after that.
You get it. You just buy ones you can throw away. Buy fart ones, and then you have it. And you just
buy little fart pads.
I have over 50 farts recorded on my phone.
Shut up! Stop it right now. You are a fucking comedian.
No, check this out. These are nice microphones. You pick up a lot. Like, I would love to fart into this microphone.
These are solid microphones. Yeah, I've thought about buying new microphones, and then I'm like, no, these ones are fine. Jesus. You're just farting into your phone?
Just farting into my phone.
Good Lord.
I don't know. You have a nice setup. I would be farting into these microphones and just laughing and laughing and laughing.
That's hilarious.
I'm a weird guy.
I haven't done that.
Yeah, well, you should. And make audio clips. I want to make a rap album.
I've like fucked with like streaming and stuff, like video games on Twitch, but no, none of that.
Do you follow Paul Flart?
No.
Oh,
I don't know who that is.
He's on Instagram.
Paul Flart.
And it's all fart videos.
Oh my God. I've actually seen this guy before.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh my gosh.
I've seen this guy before. I've seen this guy before. He's like a security guard or something.
Yeah, he lost his job.
That's not normal.
No,
That's
it is.
good.
He posts like every day. It's totally normal. It happens, man. Oh, I haven't watched that one. It sounds like the duck blowing their tongue at you.
It's funny that he tries to not laugh. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Paul Flart, everybody. This is my favorite part of having a podcast. It's not like anyone who comes over to do one, they always bring up the shit that they look at on the internet. And I'm like, I've never seen this in my life. But this is the greatest thing.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh, it's so funny. Because I'm like, I do this. But like I don't.
You do that.
I do this, but like the video of me doing it, like no one
Have
needs.
you seen the Instagram page of the guy who just take pictures of his hotel carpet?
No, but like I can get down behind that. I follow a guy who does something similar.
Like, oh man. Throwing my mouse. I'm not stoned.
Do you ever follow? There's an account, Kook Slams, and it's just people getting slammed.
So this guy went viral because his daughter was like, please for my dad's birthday, make his carpet Instagram page go viral on Twitter. And then they got retweeted like tens of thousands of
Why
times.
does he only have, that's 42,500.
He has 425,000 followers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's just carpet.
Yeah, I get down with that. Look how, like, I dig it.
I mean, I would look at that on drugs.
Right? I sometimes take pictures.
What one did you ask me if I've seen?
Kook Slams, Kook.
Kook.
Slam, space slams.
Don't make me type in anything weird, you know?
No, totally. No, nothing.
I'm just kidding. I've written fucking a lot of screenplays. I've typed in terrible shit. I researched how to murder people for like a whole year.
Did you know guard geese are real? I Googled that, like doing research.
Shut up.
And like it was a real thing, and I was like, oh, damn.
What is Kook Slams?
Just watch these. It's just people getting slammed, man.
Oh, on waves?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, that's loud.
Yeah, I'm deaf now.
Oh, that's not fun.
Sucker.
I thoroughly enjoy. Do you watch Your Mom's House? The podcast? Tom and Christina.
Not regularly.
Tom like loves watching videos of people getting hurt. I'm the same way. I love watching videos of people getting hurt.
Look how big that wave is.
I think it is. It is so much fun. Oh, they're gonna get destroyed. Yep.
That wasn't as big as I thought it was gonna be.
It wasn't that bad.
If they were a little bit further out, this other guy.
They'll get you though. Jesus.
I mean, this is what Instagram is for.
Yeah, my next project out here is to sync to get my computer audio into these headphones.
They get content sent to them. You know what I mean? Hey, look at this.
It's not like these people are at the beach taking all these videos. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. So like this one video has 666,000 views. Like this is just some girl at the beach.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my god. Oh my god. If you're
Whoa. That probably didn't hurt as bad as it looked.
Oh, he was probably fine. I mean, he's out in the water. It's like just jumping in the water.
Because like he wasn't even washed up by the wave after.
No, yeah, he just landed on top of the wave. Unless he landed on his board, that would suck. It doesn't look. No, his board's way in front of him.
So.
Jesus
and it's got the girl. It's got the girl. They knew what they were doing when they made
this.
This
is so great. Am I logged in? I need to follow this page. This is great. Kook Slams. Jesus Christ.
There was one
out there.
And they've been shut down twice. There was one. It would show body cams of cop stuff, and they would show like all the shooting stuff. Like it's public information. It was amazing to watch. It was like cops, but better. Oh no. Oh, what the fuck?
It's a slip and slide. They went off the side.
I thought she was. I didn't see this. I thought she was flying.
Oh, that seems like a dangerous slip and slide right there.
Is that Oh, I see.
This is the type of shit I wish. Like now that I'm 30, like I'm 28. I'm almost 30. Almost 30. I could fucking. I know I could still do this shit. But I know my body would hate me the next day if I did that slip and slide. And look at how this kid hits this chick face first, right in the knee.
It's not even how my body would feel because that would be pretty
I would
fun.
Be destroyed.
I don't have health insurance. Okay, so it's not a matter of like would I or wouldn't I.
It's a financial thing.
Yeah, it's.
I don't have
if I break my legs.
Wow, I do have white privilege. He's like, why is this hat here? I have a horse.
Where's the stable?
Right. If you're watching the video version of this, just turn the camera. You see my dog?
You should get a monkey and make them be friends, and then the
He's
monkey
so
can
large.
ride them around.
That'd be cool. I would own a monkey.
Right?
Sometimes I wish I lived in like a different time period.
Or like in
that
India.
was chill. Yeah.
Like in the Indiana Jones times, like in the 30s. Like,
I'm gonna grab another beer. Are you good?
yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
I need to ask you about how you got into comedy and moving to Vegas and all that stuff.
Coming up right
Here.
after the break. That and more.
After the break, you can suck my dick. I've never tried that.
Are you
I
tired
think
of...
I'm good at doing like an old man voice, and that's the only thing I've like tried to do because it creeps out my girlfriend. I like doing like the grudge, like the.
That's not really a voice. That was
No,
more of a
and then
sound.
like the.
What do you got?
Like, have you ever watched? What are those movies like? What am I trying to think of? The Annabelle series, Conjuring. Have you seen the Conjuring movies?
I'm
you watch horror movies at all?
I'm not a big horror movie guy. They give me nightmares.
There's like an old man who like, he's like a dead spirit that like possesses this little girl, and he's like, my name. I forgot what his name is.
Is he Irish or Scottish?
Yeah, and he's like, my name is Daniel something. And he's like, and I'm 85 years old. And it's just like coming out of this little girl, and it's the best thing ever. But one of my buddies, John, is great at voices, and I'm always just so jealous that he can do like Christopher Walken and shit. What voices can you do?
Nothing impressive. Nothing like I can do Yoda. I can do Miss Piggy. I can do Kermit. I can do a pirate. I can be an Australian guy. But like I don't have like voices. I don't have like. I don't know, I make up characters. I make up my own guys. Like Jack Wallaby, like, Froggy, mate. How you doing, mate? And the name's Wallaby. W-A-L-A-B-E-E. That's me, Jack Wallaby. I'm here to talk about wildlife. I love all animals, small and large. Now, I brought this horse dog with me today. This is the horse dog. Very rare. It's an Australian horse dog. We race them. They're not as fast as horses, but they have long legs. But I brought it, it's like Jack Hanna, but like I'm a cheap version of Jack Hanna. I'm kind of a hack Hanna, if you know what I mean. That was a little Jack Hanna pun. I really love Jack Hanna. I learned all the English that I know. I learned all the English that I know from the Jack Hanna into the Wild series. So when I migrated, I actually had to get on a raft, and I floated here from Australia, from the Big Island. And I floated all the way, and when I landed, it was like have you ever seen Crocodile on Dundee?
Yep.
That was based on my life story.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's really how it happened, mate. And I came over here, and, I do a lot of zoological work with a lot of the zoological societies around.
That's a pretty good fucking Australian accent. Right there.
I'm a member of the American Zoo and Aquarium Association.
Give me one of those coasters over there, Australian guy. What did you say your name was?
The name's Wallaby. Jack Wallaby. That's W-A-L-L-A-B-E-E. That's me.
Jack Wallaby.
Have you ever seen my my Star Wars tattoo yet?
No.
All right, hold on, mate. Hold on, mate.
Have you seen my Superman tattoo?
No, but I don't like Superman as much as you like Star Wars, so.
Wow, dude. Way to put me down. Jesus, you can leave, Jack Wallaby.
That's all right. I'm kind of rough around the edges.
Australians are dicks. Planes of Fame. Let's see it. What do you got here? Oh, that's dope. Is that a TIE fighter on your arm?
Yeah, that's Darth Vader's TIE fighter.
Oh, that's sweet, dude. That's real cool. That's crazy. How long have you had that? Is that the
Since birth? It was
Death Star behind him?
It was a birthmark.
That's awesome.
I came out. My parents didn't really know what to do. They'd never had a child. It was their first child, so they hadn't had a child before. But one with the mark, the dark mark.
That's a tattoo I really want to get soon. The dark mark. Right here. Let me get it.
Cool.
Fuck you, Jack Wallaby. You son of a bitch. Fucking Star Wars. New movie's coming out soon. I'm excited.
What's today? Wednesday? No, tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday.
Yeah, it comes out in 2 days. Real soon.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been impressed. Rogue One was probably my favorite new Star Wars movie.
Stop it.
Why, did you not like Rogue One?
No, fuck Rogue One.
Why, you didn't like Rogue One?
The best part of Rogue One is Darth Vader.
Are you not a fan of Gareth Edwards?
Who's that?
He's the one who directed it, and he did the first remake of Godzilla, that first new Godzilla with Bryan Cranston.
I like the Godzilla.
Yeah, I haven't seen. Did you see the new one? I haven't seen the new one yet.
You haven't seen the new one yet?
I don't get out much.
You do. Shut up.
No, I don't go to the cinema as often as like some of you millennial people.
Millennials.
All right?
You're a millennial. You're 34.
This should be a boomer meltdown. I'm about to have a meltdown.
We're 6 years apart. The new Godzilla was way better than the first one, hands down.
The one with Bryan, it was better than the one with Bryan Cranston?
It was so underrated. It was one of the best fucking monster movies I've ever seen. It was so epic. It was so cool. Because they bring in so many monsters.
Yeah.
Mothra and all these fucking ones.
I like that they've rebooted the series and they've made it nothing like, hey, the one with Matthew Broderick, it's a love story. It has nothing to...
Have you seen the new King Kong?
No, I have not.
Well, they King Kong's in that universe.
Yeah, aren't they
They mention him.
They're
because Mothra comes out and they're like tracking these monsters on the planet.
Hello, my name is Mothra.
Mothra's like this huge fucking like queen moth comes out of the volcano and shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm familiar.
And then they just mention, they're like, yeah, Kong's still on his island or some shit like that. And I was like, that's so fucking cool that they fucking reference that. They mentioned Skull Island. Anyways, though, Rogue One.
It was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
What didn't you like about it?
It was a good movie.
It ties into A New Hope.
I don't like the girl. It does tie into A New Hope. I mean, if you watch them back to back, the actress.
Oh, you don't like her? I thought she was.
I'd punch her in the face.
Do you like?
I don't like her at all.
Do you like Ray?
I think she's okay. I like the actress. I think is okay. Her storyline, I don't know why we care about her yet. Still, and for me, 2 movies in, that's like a huge issue for me.
I was hoping that the last one was going to be parts 1 and 2. Stretch it to 4 movies.
That'd be cool.
Isn't that how you end a trilogy nowadays?
I want it to be. I was telling my friend about this earlier. I want it to be just as epic as like the Avengers: Infinity War or like Endgame.
I haven't seen.
I want it to be like an all-out like. I want space battles. I want fucking characters coming back. I want fucking like huge fucking explosions and like I want everything to be resolved like. It's been 9 movies. If they just don't tie up shit, it's gonna piss me off, and it's gonna.
But you also gotta know they're gonna leave stuff open so they can create content like the Mandalorian.
But like they said like this is the end of the Skywalker saga, so like it needs to be like if it ends on a cliffhanger and shit, like I'm gonna fucking throw something. Like I want it to be like concise, like fucking Rey's the leader of the dark side or. Kylo Ren's fucking leading the new Jedi Order, or like fast forward 10 years, like you know how movies fucking end and then they have like a 15 years later, like Harry Potter did. I want that type of shit where it's like this is where they are 15 years later. Here, this answers this question. This is what happened. Fuck faces, like. This is Kylo Ren as an old man leading new Jedis or whatever. Because I think they're like really advertising the flip-flop in this movie. Like Rey's in the preview holding a red lightsaber and shit. Kylo Ren could be going to the light side because he's still like struggling with the dark. But I don't know. Maybe it's just Rey bringing order to the fucking Jedi and the Sith. And she's
have a tattoo, but like that's even like deeper than like what I... Like I'm just like, it's just a movie. Like it's just...
Fuck you, dude. You can't show me your tattoo and then tell me I'm more into it than you are.
Yeah. I mean, it's entertainment value to me, and I think that's what keeps me from going to see movies.
What do you mean? They keep you from seeing them?
There's not a lot of good movies.
That's fair.
You know, even a brand that I love and devote a lot of, you know.
What are you into?
What do you mean as far as movies go?
Yeah, I could recommend you movies. Movies are
I've seen a lot of movies,
that's
but like
my thing.
Going to the movies. It takes a lot. Joker was a movie that I watched the trailers and I was sold.
Yeah. See, I'm not a big fan of watching trailers anymore.
The trailer for 1917 looks interesting. I like war movies.
Okay.
There hasn't been a lot of World War I movies. I'm curious.
There have been practically no World War I movies. It's not a good war. It's
Dunkirk did very well last year at the awards, and I think 1917 is supposed to clean up as well, or do very well. It takes me a lot to convince me to go see your film.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen any of the Avengers, and they were like, it's just entertainment to me. I'm not invested.
That's fair. I feel like I'm so fucking invested in Star Wars.
I put my energy into other stuff. That's why, like, hey, now, music, like, for me, I've replaced, like, music is, like, a completely different, I listen to more music than I watch movies.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new speaking of movies, have you seen the new Top Gun trailer?
I have not.
As bad as, the first one is just horrible acting, but the cinematography is very cool, and as an aviation photographer, like, I want to see it for the stuff that they pull off. I think it's actually going to be a pretty good flick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It better be.
The new trailer came out yesterday, though. It was pretty cool.
To make a sequel, I can pull it up. To make a sequel of a movie like Top Gun, it's fucking ridiculous, in my opinion, in the first place to make it. So the trailer better be fucking good, and the movie better be good. I just think, for me, it's like I am super invested in movies.
Yeah.
I just think touching something that is that old.
But there's no. So here's the thing. This is why I'm disenchanted with the movie industry. There's no original ideas anymore. They've got to take something and they've got to rehash it.
Yeah. Which is obnoxious.
You're doing it to every. That was cool. That was. They're doing it with everything. They're doing it. Every movie, it's like, hey, let's remake. They're not going to remake Jaws.
You spin that mic towards you. Yeah, there you go.
They spin, or
that's so much better.
They're just remaking stuff, and I don't like that. Like the movies I go see, like, is it original? Is it the guy who directed District 9?
Yeah.
Blankenkamp.
I love District 9.
His movies are really good, and they're just original ideas.
Yeah. I'm going to start recommending movies to you. There's still a lot of original ones.
No, there's a
lot of bullshit.
I've seen a lot of good movies. It just takes me a long time to be like, hey, I'll sit down and watch that.
Yeah.
And I don't spend a lot of time.
A movie that's really entertaining that just came out is Knives Out. That's in theaters right now.
Justin was talking about that.
It's really entertaining. I mean, that's a movie that I would argue is pure entertainment. It's from the very beginning to the very end. It's like a roller coaster ride of events. It's just kind of like you think you know what's going on in the movie, and then 5 minutes later, you're like, what the fuck? It's pretty entertaining. I just saw that one.
Yeah, no, I couldn't even tell you what it's about.
Oh, Knives Out is about a family.
Is it a horror movie?
No, it's a murder mystery.
Okay. Who's in it?
Captain America, Chris Evans.
Nope, I can't say I've seen trailers for this.
Who's the lady from the Michael Myers movies?
Oh, yeah.
What's her fucking name?
She was in the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Yeah.
True Lies.
True Lies. Yep. What's her fucking name? Halloween. From the original Halloween. God damn it! What's her fucking name? Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay.
She's in it. It's a bunch of famous people. I should have just pulled up the movie, huh?
Yeah, just pull up the trailer.
Knives Out.
This is today's trailer section. We're going to be watching several trailers of new movies coming out and giving our reviews. Make sure you leave messages in the comments.
Daniel Craig.
So we know what you like, and maybe there's a movie out there you want us to remove the trailer. What are we doing? Review. Sorry. Review the trailer.
What are we doing?
I forgot. Okay, we're reviewing trailers. If you have a trailer that we don't review today that you want us to give it one, send it to us. put a link in the comment, and we'll get to it. This first trailer is going to be Knives Out. It came out in 2019. It stars Jamie Lee Curtis and Captain America. Go ahead and roll the clip.
Roll the clip. I really do want to have a movie review podcast.
We're doing it right now. You've got one.
I know, right? I know. I need to just...
This is Knives Out?
Yep.
I like Daniel Craig. James Bond.
Their dad dies, and Daniel Craig's there to figure out who did it.
Oh, it's like Clue.
It is like Clue.
Yeah, it's just a modern day Clue.
It is kind of like
okay.
Clue. Did you see the Adam Sandler murder mystery on Netflix with Jennifer Aniston?
What was it called?
I think it's just called Murder Mystery.
His last couple on Netflix actually have been really good. This serious side of him have been like
the new one he's in, Uncut Gems, looks crazy.
Looks so good. Okay, so we just watched the trailer. We just watched, guys, the trailer for Final Cut.
Final Cut. Knives Out.
Or Knives Out. Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
It is just called Murder Mystery, the new Adam Sandler one. This one's really good.
It looks like Clue. Now we have Murder Mystery. It's an Adam Sandler movie with Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston. It came out in 2019. It's rated PG-13, and it runs for an hour and 37 minutes too long.
Yeah, it sure does.
Okay, let's go. Roll the clip.
I'm not going to roll the clip. You're insulting it. It's a good movie.
Was this a straight to Netflix release?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the one where he's an artist? It was on Netflix.
He was an artist.
Oh, Google Adam Sandler movies.
Okay.
And then we're gonna watch the Top Gun trailer because it's real cool.
All right, we'll do that. Then we got to talk about comedy.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Murder Mystery.
You can edit this. Just chop this up at chop and screw.
I don't edit shit.
Mike Jones this shit.
I just give this to the people. Sandy Wexler.
No, that one was good.
The Do-Over. The Week of. Was it recent? The Meyerowitz stories.
Yeah.
I haven't watched this one yet.
It was good.
That's good.
His new one looks really good.
Do you think this is good? Okay. I'm gonna send you some shit that I think you'll like.
I'll just be honest. You can send it to me.
Yeah, you probably won't watch it.
I probably won't watch it.
Yeah,
I'm just
you and everyone else. It's fine.
I'm getting ready to relocate.
It hurt my feelings.
I know. Well, I'd rather be real with you. It's like sending you a meme on Instagram, like sending you a private message and knowing that the meme account you don't follow, and you just put a couple crying laughing emojis and like, oh yeah, did you see it? Like, yeah.
I would appreciate that meme. Anyone out there who wants to send me memes, please do.
But like if it's a meme account you don't follow.
I know what you mean. You can't see.
So you just lied to me, and I'm just like, cool, I'm over it.
I get it. But
yeah. So I'm just being real with you, being like, yo, bro, I don't have that meme account.
Whatever, dude.
Okay.
Fucking
so our next movie is going to be Top Gun. It comes out in summer. This. Top Gun Maverick comes out in 2020.
Yeah, it better be good, dude.
It looks cool.
Fucking stop fucking up old movies, Hollywood. We don't need new Ghostbusters. Have you seen that?
You know what? I will say I really like Paul Rudd. I think it's going to be really good.
I like Paul Rudd too, but why is it a kid movie? Why is it a bunch of kids?
Because guess who the kid is?
I don't need to see it.
The kid is Harold Ramis is supposed to be Harold Ramis' character.
I just don't care.
Okay, well,
it's just like any reboot in Hollywood. All they do now is like bring it with youth in it and reboot the same fucking bullshit story.
This is one story I think they're gonna do right.
But it's like all the Ghostbusters are still alive, right?
No,
Who's dead?
Harold Ramis is dead.
The black guy?
No, he was.
The one with glasses.
Yeah, Harold Ramis.
Well, they could still make it with everyone else.
Dan Aykroyd. They're old. Dan Aykroyd
Aykroyd wrote Ghostbusters.
He had a lot.
It's his story.
He had a lot to do with this new one.
And you know why he wrote Ghostbusters, right? No, you don't know Dan Aykroyd's story?
No.
He grew up and his dad's like a ghost enthusiast, like hunter. His dad's written ghost books. Ghostbusters is like a name of one of his dad's books, I believe. And so that's why he wrote it as a kid. And he wrote it, and it was like about Ghostbusters flying around in outer space, like hunting down ghosts.
Got adapted into.
And then Hollywood was like, no, why don't we just put it in New York?
They have market people that know what's hot and.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm super invested in movies. Sorry about that.
God.
It's like, what if I was like this with books? I'm like, you haven't seen that book?
You haven't read that book? You ever read this
They're
book?
fucking tarnishing this guy's legacy. Stephen King is a
How many books did you read this year?
This year?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're at the end of the year. You put it out 2 books?
Yeah. I'm not that much of a reader.
I maybe got less.
But 2 is probably way more than most people.
Maybe 5, more than 2? Less than 5, more than 2?
Okay.
That I'm like, I know I finished, but I think maybe 3.
There you go.
Maybe 3. So
I'm not a big reader.
I don't finish.
I've read more comic books this year than real books.
Yeah, like I read Robin Williams' document or autobiography.
Really?
It was really good.
Really?
Robin it was by some guy.
Oh, it's not written by him?
No, he's dead.
Okay. Well, he could have wrote it before he died.
Posthumously.
Jesus.
No, it was a fascinating read.
No, he's dead.
He's dead.
I know he's dead. Okay, let's watch Top Gun.
It's gonna be a good movie, man.
It fucking better be, dude. Your podcast cannot be uploaded because you watched the Top Gun trailer.
Oh, I would laugh if they tagged you for that. That would be.
I just cut this audio out if it can't get uploaded, but it'd be fine. I think if you put the video on your podcast, though, that's like a big no-no.
It's just a money grab to, like, I don't know.
The movie?
No, like, if they want to come at, like, I don't know. It's coming after someone, like, I get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but, like.
Honestly, they would. Oh, Miles Teller's in it?
I'm wondering if that's going to be Goose's son.
It looked like it could be Goose's son.
Yeah.
Miles Teller is one of my favorite actors.
Look how old he looks.
He's old. Dude, but
Scientology's keeping him alive.
But dude, like, he looks so good for like 55 or however old he is.
He's like in his 60s.
Dude, like, he looks so good.
I don't know that.
He was in The Outsiders in, 1976 or something? And he's like 18, so.
Did you ever see Born on the 4th of July?
Born on the 4th of July? I don't
Tom
think so.
Cruise? Good movie. Good movie.
Miles Teller is too big in real life to be a pilot. I think at least.
Tom Cruise. So this P-51 that they show, that P-51, that's Tom Cruise's P-51.
He owns it?
Yeah, he owns one.
Really? Are we going to war in this movie though? Like, what's gonna happen?
Oh, he's in war right there.
Like, aren't they fighting Russians in the first one?
I believe so.
Like, who kills Goose? Or no, who dies? Iceman?
No, Goose dies, but
Goose dies.
He flies for the jet wash and heads in a flat spin, headed out to sea. I can't reach the ejection handles, Goose. You're gonna have to punch us out.
Weren't they chasing Russians?
No, they were on the ranges. They were training.
Oh. But in one scene, they were like fighting Russians. Am I fucking crazy on that? Or no?
Yeah, no, the Russian F-5s.
I need to rewatch Top Gun, apparently.
It's an alright movie. The dialogue sucks, but
the dialogue sucks. It was written in the 70s.
It's one movie, so I'll say the movies that I go see in theaters are normally like Tuesday night classics at Harkins. So like seeing Top Gun for $5, cool. Seeing Jaws for $5,
1986, cool. I was off. I do enjoy going to those classics movies. I've been to a handful of them. I went and saw Pulp Fiction in theaters. That was really cool.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail for $5.
I love that movie.
Blazing Saddles for $5. Because
Those are good deals.
going to the cinema, I don't want to spend. If I go, I'm gonna get my ticket.
AMC is the same on Tuesdays.
There's a place by my house that does $5 Tuesday movies.
Yeah, AMC is the same.
But like, hey, I'm gonna buy my ticket. I'm gonna buy a popcorn. I'll probably sneak in some candy. And I'm gonna get a large drink.
I always sneak in the candy, dude. A bag of M&Ms like $6 fucking.
Yeah, no, you've got to sneak it, and I don't even
That's
care if you
bullshit.
could walk in. You have to sneak it in. I think like if you just walked in like regularly, like they'll probably let you in. But like, no, I feel like I like sneaking. It feels like I'm breaking the law. Like, hey man, don't trying to open it up all quietly. Like, are those?
I don't give a fuck. Once I'm in there sitting in my seat, I don't give a fuck. No one's ever come in.
Have you ever gone to one of these movie theaters where like you can order a steak and eat a steak while you watch your movie?
Yeah, the dine-in.
Yeah,
theaters.
have you done that stuff? That does not appeal to me.
I have, and we went once to one dine-in movie, and I did not enjoy it because I think it's fucking obnoxious. Like. People have waitresses coming and like food trays and
I just want to watch the movie in a very comfortable setting.
The fucking people in front of you have their waitress coming with drinks and they're like handing out food and I'm like, dude, this is such a distraction. Like I just want to watch the movie.
So I think you're starting to see a shift of this. What do they have? 25 million Netflix had 25 million people see The Irishman. Their first weekend that came out.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't watched that yet.
It was a good watch. Really long, but good watch. But 25 million people watched your they know by clicks and by time that you streamed it. 25 million people watched this. How many people in America are going to the cinemas? A
lot.
Not 25 million.
Well, I mean,
so what? That's gonna
not
be
25 million.
That's gonna be your next.
But it's still a lot.
That's gonna be your next. They're going after making their own content, but that's the next big market to kind of go digital.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if you do the math, though, I mean, millions of people are still going to movies. Like,
no, agreed. But it's down
Jumanji
across.
Jumanji just made 62 million. It's down. I'm with you.
Jumanji, though, they remade something that shouldn't have been touched.
I mean, Star Wars. Like, how many people do you think are going to go see Star Wars? It's probably going to clear 200 million this weekend per ticket.
200.
If it's on average $10 a ticket, I mean that's 20 million tickets. Sold.
Agreed.
Which is a substantial amount. But you're right. I mean, they said when that movie, the murder mystery movie came out.
Yeah.
They said they were doing estimates based on how well that did, and they said if that was in theaters and it had that many views or whatever, it would have been the highest grossing Adam Sandler movie ever.
But his contract, he still got paid
by like $100 million. Oh no, but he signed a huge contract.
Is his new one in theaters?
The Uncut Gems.
Yeah,
I believe so.
It looks good.
I don't think that's a Netflix movie. Yeah. It's coming out Christmas.
It looks good.
Yeah. Let me look up Adam Sandler. No, I'm with you though. I'm worried as a movie theater fan that it's going to go away in our lifetimes cuz I'm right there with people like Martin Scorsese. Like, have you read like the news about like what they've said recently about like movies and like dogging on movies like Avengers, calling them not cinema and shit like that?
So like Spielberg, So here's their idea. Here's their thinking. In the 30s, 40s, 50s, when these guys grew up, going to the cinema was like expensive, but it was a big deal. You dressed up. I'm going to the cinema.
Oh yeah, they wore suits and shit.
Yeah, and now you've it's like when you used to fly. You go to the airport and everyone's in suits, and it was a luxury. Now you can fly. Not everybody flying should be flying.
Yeah.
Not everybody at a movie theater should be at a movie theater. It's like Disneyland. You want to know why Disneyland keeps the price so high? Because they keep out the trash. They keep out the riffraff.
They for sure do.
Like,
shitty people can't afford it.
And maybe not even shitty people, but like, you're playing like the thing we were talking about downstairs with the insurance.
A
you know what I mean?
addict can't afford it.
No, but like, you know, like, hey, you have higher premiums, you're probably going to take care of your car. You know, you fit in a certain demographic.
Totally.
You're going to have to, it's a changing of market. I think that's the next big, and they're already feeling it to where people are coming out and being like, how do we save it?
Totally.
You know, because it used to be not movie theaters, drive-ins.
Yeah.
When was the last time you went to a drive-in?
Never. I've never been to one.
There's one in Glendale.
I know there is. I've always wanted to go there.
There used to be one in Tempe. I remember going as a kid.
Yeah, I've never been to a drive-in. That was like, those were dying off when we were kids.
You grew up here?
I grew up in the 90s. No, Lake Havasu.
Okay. Did Lake Havasu have a drive-in?
Nope. I mean, not
kind of surprising. I kind of would have
least.
figured coastal town.
Havasu doesn't have a lot. Yeah. But yeah, have you ever listened to like Andrew Yang, the Democratic presidential candidate?
Oh no, I don't do a lot of politics. Like I watch enough to know just enough, but like.
But he's been on like Joe Rogan.
Isn't he the one that wants the
universal income?
Yeah. Oh, I'm behind that idea. That idea with the way society is going.
Yeah,
it's totally on point.
Yeah. Well, he's talking all about how automation's going to kill jobs by like, 2030, 2050. And like the example he uses isn't like the movie industry, but the trucking industry. Like as soon as people like Tesla automate trucks, like people don't think about it, but you'd have to listen to like the podcast.
Was he just on it?
He was on it this year.
Oh, okay.
He was talking about, it's going to kill 6 million jobs over the course of whatever because well,
you just don't look at you don't look at the the drivers, but everything.
Then he was like, you don't think about the truck stops.
No, that's what I'm saying, like the spider effect.
Yeah, and everything that goes into the trucking industry. And he's like, if you've ever taken a road trip and you've stopped at a gas station that's just in the middle of nowhere and you're like, how does this fucking gas station exist? It's because of truckers. And he's like, those places won't exist if trucking stops. And he's like, you have to think about all these people who live in those places, who that's where their paychecks come from, who are also going to get affected by like automation. And that's like his whole case for like, people need universal income to replace the income that they're going to lose eventually from automation. And he goes into like trucking industry and tons of shit.
There's like another way to look at it and saying like, someone like us who as creatives, we can we use our spare time to create. Now, if I don't have to worry about, maybe I can work a part-time job and I don't have to worry about using the stipend to supplement my income, leaving me more time to create and potentially make myself as an artist or a performer. It's. I think there's a couple ways to look at it, but I'm totally behind it because you're absolutely right. Automation is just and it's not a bad thing. The jobs that become available, though, these people may not be able to, now you're going to have to learn computers.
Yeah. Well, and that's what he talks about that, too, in the podcast. He's like, computers aren't for everyone. He's like, if you just sat down most people and were like, just learn how to code. He's like, most people will be like, fuck this. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to code. Like, and he's
it's
like,
hard.
He's like, and the people who don't want to do it, you don't want them doing it either. Like, you want to use the products they work on and stuff? No. Like, he's like, my solution isn't a replacement for work. He's like, people are going to be displaced and not have jobs. And this isn't a solution to, like, keep them busy or find them new jobs. He's like, it's simply so they can still pay their fucking bills. Like, he's like, people are going to need to find new jobs and they are going to need to learn new skills. But he's like, acting like all the truckers in America are going to move into the computer industry.
But it's pretty much taking welfare and renaming it.
And he talks about that too. And like, he talks about people who are on welfare. Well, like, this will turn into what their welfare is. Like, and he's like, if you make more than $1,000 in welfare, we're not going to like take that away from you. But you're not going to get the universal income because you're already getting it through fucking welfare.
He'll never get elected. It's too radical of an idea for people to wrap their head on.
I don't think this decade. I mean, probably not even in the 2020s. But I think by I mean, the time we're like 50 and 60 years old, I think someone like him presenting that idea is going to be a lot more logical.
Oh,
to
totally. Because like
people.
right now, look who decides that. But it's a radical idea. Because now I come across as someone who pitches it and says, people look at me, oh, well, you're just lazy, you don't want to work. And I'm like, I'm not saying I don't want to work, but I'd rather be able to work on the stuff that I want to work on.
Totally.
You know, you keep saying you want to talk about the comic stuff. That's what it's like being a comic, and it's like, you know, how do you sell an idea of being like, hey, I'm going to go tell jokes? And, you know, your peers kind of think you're crazy, thinking like, what are you doing? Where are you going? You know, are you going to school? Look,
Yeah.
You go to school for 7 years to be a doctor, that's $100,000, if that, if not more, that you paid to go to school. I'm not paying to do anything. I'm just trying to survive, but I'm going to be a comic. I'm in school right now.
Yeah. Right.
I stopped right there. My brain just stopped. There's nothing. There's just blank space.
I'm with you there.
But,
yeah, the universal basic income shit is pretty wild. It's a crazy concept. It's a radical concept.
It's a radical concept.
But I think it's a necessary conversation to have for the future for sure.
It's coming up.
There are people, I mean, anytime we advance technology, people lose their jobs.
Well, and the advancement in technology in the next 5 to 7 years in the medical field is going to blow people away.
Oh, yeah. Eventually, you won't need a surgeon anymore.
So there's already robots that do hip replacements. You keep talking.
I got to go pee.
He's going to go pee. This is called the Pee Break. Today, we're going to be talking about the letter P.
Oh, my God.
It's a pee break. Today, we're going to talk about peanuts. Jimmy Carter was a president, and he was known as a peanut president. I don't know why. And that's been today's peanut fact. Welcome to the Pee Hour. It's a couple minutes of talking about pee, the letter P, the pee that comes out of your urethra when you urinate. Let's take another P word, and we will take plum. Plum is a fruit. It's purple. That's another P word. P word for purple. They have pits. It's ding, 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 ding. A 3P trifecta. That's right. We have plums, we have purple, and we have pits. Plums have pits, and their skin is purple. I don't recommend trying to eat the pit. They are hard, but if you plant them in the ground, little soil, little love, little water, and a little bit of sunshine, you'll grow a plum tree. That's right. Plums grow on trees. Let's welcome back Jeremy to the show. We're talking about, this is the Pee Show. He just went pee. Where Jeremy, while you were peeing, we were talking about the plum, and the plum is a trifecta, P trifecta. We have the plum. It has purple skin, and it has a pit. And that is our 3 P words of the day. Go ahead and go on to our website and use keyword plum and get 50% off your order with free shipping today. That's it for today's P time. I've been Peter Peterson. We will see you next week. You're listening to NPR.
Oh my God!
Right, that's how they talk. They talk
that
real
was
soft.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Hello, and thank you.
At my job in college, my boss, I worked in a warehouse. My boss listened to NPR every fucking day.
You get a lot of good news. It's very unbiased. I really enjoy.
It was the only time in my life I've ever listened to NPR.
I listen to it when I drive to Vegas.
But some of the guests they had on and some of the conversations they had, I was like, I didn't know people talked about this on the radio.
Right. This is NPR. You might actually learn something today.
Yeah.
My name is Veronica. Today's library hour.
We talk about like global conflicts and shit. Like
crazy,
sometimes
crazy.
I'd be like, I didn't know this was going on in Israel. Like, I'd be like, what?
The aluminum crisis of Italy is still going on.
Yeah, it would be the most random shit, dude. We're like an hour and 10 minutes into this podcast, and we haven't really touched on comedy yet, so we got to do that.
All right, I'm just steering. I'm just on the boat.
Oh, I know. And I don't really usually try to direct a conversation, but you're moving to Vegas.
I'm moving to Vegas. I'm relocating.
I don't know when I'm going to be able to snag you for another podcast again, so.
You just set it up and, make it on a weekend. Yeah. I don't know what my work schedule is going to be like.
Anytime you come for a show, you'll have to let me know, man. But, My main questions. I mean, I want to know like general things. I jotted some fucking.
Well, I'm not a. Before we start, I'm not a general yet.
I want to know when. Shut.
I'm not a general. I'm like not even a lieutenant.
I want to know like when you started comedy, like what made you get into comedy, like how long you've been like interested in it, like shit like that. So like when did you get into comedy? When did you start, and what made you want to get into it?
So I've been telling jokes, with a microphone and in front of, in a comedian setting, an open mic setting.
Yeah.
It'll be 2 years. It'll be 2 years in March.
Your first open mic.
First open mic was the Woodshed.
March 2018.
Yeah, somewhere in March.
Okay.
When I was 18 years old, I just graduated high school. My dad and stepmom took me out to dinner, and we went out, we finished eating, and they were like, Ross, you've graduated, you're 18, you're an adult, which I clearly was an adult. I don't know what they were thinking, giving me that type of responsibility. And they looked at me and they said, Ross, what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
And I looked at them square in the eye, and I said, I want to be a stand-up comedian. And they laughed, and they laughed. I don't think they were laughing with me.
Yeah.
But I grew up idolizing Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, the Ghostbusters. You have these funny people, Chris Farley, Adam Sandler. And it just, I've always had a natural gift to make people laugh. Even people that I don't know. Every interaction is an opportunity to make someone's day better. Give them a high five. And, doing the Rally Cowboy stuff, I'm not afraid to get up and do something crazy. That's just my personality. I'm just having fun. And I just want you to have fun too, because the world's a serious place.
Yeah.
You can get caught up in a lot of the sad stuff, but humor's great. So I was introduced to it, and it kind of just clicked, and I just try and do it every day. It's like 10,000. I have this philosophy: it takes 10,000 hours to master something. I'm doing it 5 minutes at a time. As far as actual time goes, and it takes a long time to be good at something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else? Was there any question that I did not answer?
No. So your first open mic was March 2018. Did you work up the courage to do an open mic? Did you prepare jokes for a period of time? Did you scope out open mics first?
I had never been to one. I just so happened to have a friend with another friend, a mutual friend that was involved, and I was like, cool, I want to go.
Yeah.
I've talked about it for a long time. I've always written down these crazy ideas, and just funny thoughts that I have, and I just have a knack for funny things happening to me. I see the world through this veil of the way no one else sees it. And I tried it, and, I kind of was like, what am I going to joke about? I had no idea how to write a joke, or when you start, people say, oh, you got to find your voice. I still don't have a voice, but, I have it more now than I did then. One of my first jokes, I impersonated a cement truck.
Okay.
Yeah, just idling, and so I was like, oh, that was kind of funny. I can that was I think every comic does a Arnold impression, and me and Ronda Rousey had a conversation.
Yeah.
Because Ronda Rousey, in my mind, it's me, Ronda, I'm coming home. Arnold, good to see you, Ronda. It's just two Arnolds, but one's named Ronda Rousey.
That's pretty good.
Ronda, make me a sandwich. I'm not married to Skeletor anymore.
Oh my god, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right, But every.
Were you nervous? Did you? You did your open mic, depending on when your birthday is, when you were 31 or 32, which is arguably pretty late for most people's comedy careers. Were you nervous? A lot of people are super young. I started when I was 27, which is also fairly old.
I think going up on stage and knowing, I mean, just an open mic and everyone's kind of looking at you, not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
You just go up and you just power through it. I don't know. It's like jumping in a pool of cold water. You just got to do it.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to figure out how to write. A lot of times, like when I first started, I'd go to a mic and I was just writing 2 seconds before, like, oh yeah.
Yeah. And what's your writing style? Do you like write jokes like word for word? Like when I write a joke, I write it word for word, and I usually write multiple different ways of saying it out.
Most of the time, it just depends. Like it depends what I'm working on. There's a lot of my writing that I've never told. That's written to be told as a joke that I've never told. And there's a lot of stuff that a lot of premises that I just take up on stage just to have fun with.
Yeah.
It's all about perception or perspective.
Totally.
Excuse me. You have to. Everyone can look and say, "Hey, that's a speaker," but everyone, just you change as you move around it. Your perspective changes. It's finding that perspective that no one else has touched on, no one else has seen, and then it's selling that to an audience. I'm by no means like there's so much to learn and so much to get better at. That some of this stuff I don't even feel like I should talk. It's almost like sacrilegious to me. Like I take the art pretty seriously. Like I don't think I should be ever giving advice.
That's fair.
Because who am I? I've only been done it a year and a half.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have my union card. I'm not a professional. I haven't been given my tool belt yet.
That's fair. No, and I feel the same way, like even talking about stand-up comedy, but I feel like there's a lot of lessons to give people, even like after the first mic. Like I feel like you learn every time, at least I do. Every time I go to an open mic, I feel like I'm learning something or
I had a pretty good
away.
idea of what to do with them. I had a pretty good idea of watching stand-up. I make it a rule. I don't watch a lot of stand-up.
That's fair.
That's not live. I don't want to be influenced by something I see and it's going to rattle around up there.
Yeah, you don't sit and listen to open micers a lot, huh?
No.
Yeah, you sit and wait.
That's just me. I just don't want to. If it's someone that, and not to say I don't respect everybody, if it's someone I respect and you're like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while, I'll go and watch. But yeah, no, I kind of stay back and then.
I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that, though. I feel like it's, for me, it's really easy to get caught up in what other people are saying. And it gets really distracting. Like, I enjoy watching comics more after I've done a set than before I've done a set, for sure. Because before I'm just trying to, I'm in my own head, thinking about what I'm going to fucking say and do up there. And then afterwards, I'm like, well, I already did it. I'm good. I can just fucking enjoy it, have a beer.
There's that socialization factor for me to where it's I'm still turned on.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to everybody. I am a little bit louder. But no, most of the time I tune in, or even when it doesn't seem like I'm listening, but I'm in and out.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that.
I don't think
there's a lot of networking going on in an open mic.
I've listened to a lot of professional comics who say they don't watch comedy. They're like, yeah, I have a couple people I watch their specials, but other than that, I'm not interested in it.
I like to watch Robin Williams clips. All his Johnny Carson interviews, I like to watch them over and over and over.
Yeah. Who were your top comedians?
So I wouldn't even say stand up as a whole. I'm gonna say comedy because for me, stand up's this small sliver. But if you can get me to laugh, you're
for sure. There's a lot of huge famous comedians that have just been in movies.
What really pushed me over the edge? What really pushed me over the edge to try it is I read I read Chris Farley's book the February before I started comedy. I read Chris Farley's book written by his brother. It was a biography. Something just spoke to me and was like, you've got to chase this.
Yeah.
But Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, that whole SNL crew was a big influence. Dumb and Dumber was a big, Jim Carrey of the early 90s. Robin Williams, he did all the voices, but he was very quick. But yeah, I just knew funny. You know what I mean? There wasn't like, I don't know, I could always get someone to laugh.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know if it would have benefited me starting earlier. I may have not been mature for a lot of the things that I'm dealing with now.
Yeah. I feel the same.
There's a lot, just me as a person, like, no, I wasn't very mature. It took a long time to mature into an adult.
Yeah.
If I was an animal like a buffalo, I probably would have already been eaten by like wolves or something, like a long time ago. And they would have been like, hey, buffalo, come here,
yeah.
come into the trees. But I'm not supposed to. Come here. I'll give you $1. And he's like, oh, hey. And then like.
That's hilarious. Do you feel, now that you've been in like the Phoenix scene for almost 2 years, like how would you describe like how it's changed or how you feel about comedy since then? Did you go into it wanting to chase it super hard, knowing you were going to meet a bunch of people, knowing people are going to be bummed when you say you're moving to Vegas?
So I went into it when I started, zero expectations.
Yeah. And what was that like? Like, what was that first open mic, first couple months like?
So
people welcome you with open arms. You meet a lot of people, or was
I made a couple friends off the bat, but no, I went to like the same mic. Just my job situation, I could only get to 1 or 2 mics, but I didn't know what a lot was going on. So I'm a self-taught photographer. I've shot for 6 years. Just picked up a camera. That started in 2014, and
what kind of camera? Nikon or Canon?
Canon.
Okay.
I have a 1DS Mark II and a T2i.
Okay, cool.
But
T2i.
Yeah, it was my first body, and then I scored on the 1DS. So
nice.
But
I was just looking at the T6Is.
Get an eye if you're gonna get one, or like just go get a 80D.
We use T3Is in film school. That's why I ask. I know
Yeah.
people are particular on Canon or.
No, once you get
Nikon.
so what it is, once you get locked into a body system.
Yep, the lenses are all for the yep.
But no, so I was kind of using this mindset to where it's taking me this long to. Have you ever seen any of my photography?
Yeah, on your Instagram.
You go to my Flickr. Pull up my Flickr. We'll sidetrack right here.
Yeah, no, you're good. Flickr Ross Dinsdale.
Yeah. See if
do you have like a name they're under?
Hot dog photography. There you go.
Hot dog photography. Oh, that's a beautiful photo, man. Oh, I really like this one. That one's nice. I would hang that on my wall. I'm such a nerd for weather.
Oh, so I try and catch. I go out when it's stormy.
Yeah, Sam so many of my friends and even my fucking fiance have made fun of me because I'm like, oh, these clouds just so fucking beautiful. And she's like, they're fucking clouds. Like, I love black and white photos, dude. These are dope.
Yeah, I just spent time shooting and learning, what works and what doesn't work and what can be converted.
What were you gonna say though? I'm a dick and I interrupt people.
So, I'm a self-taught photographer.
Yes.
Everything I learned from this, I made peers along the way, and I met people that I was able to pick their brain and make me better, and then make me, and I continue to get better. And now, like, I'm starting to pass some of my peers, because with photography, a lot of it's just to go up, or just go out with photography. Just go out there. What do you like to shoot? I have a lot of hobbies. I have a lot of interests, so it's easy to go and shoot. Mostly, it's airplanes. I know where to go. I'm plugged in. But just starting comedy, I had this idea like, look, you can't just, I don't know anything. I just went up and was me. Be true. It was just me. In the first couple of months, I just got to a couple mics a week. I was working at a call center, and I would get off late. Wasn't a lot of, and I didn't have a cell phone either. I was like, fine, they want to turn my phone off. I'm not having a cell phone. Excuse me. And, no, it's taken me a while to figure, I think there's a learning curve. You just have to stick with it and stay diligent. And, I made friends along the way. It didn't hurt to take 50 tabs of acid to Big Pine Festival and sell it to everybody and get everybody stoned. And then people know you as the Acid Cowboy.
That sounds great. I wish I knew you as the Acid Cowboy before today. Jesus. Are you going to be at Big Pine next year?
I will.
We'll talk about it later.
I was fortunate enough to make as a freshman, so to speak. As a freshman, I was able to make friends with like the upperclassmen.
You feel like a sophomore now?
No, I'm still new, but like people know me. So yeah, maybe like sophomore. Maybe I feel that.
You're definitely not new. I'm new. I'm new, and I don't even feel as new as the new people anymore. So I'm halfway through freshman year.
Everybody that came into when I started, like that I met, like there's only a handful. Left. But no, I've been fortunate enough the people who have extended a hand of friendship towards me and the opportunities I've gotten of that. And I think the key to this, business is, one, don't be an asshole.
Absolutely.
And just be studious and courteous to the craft and continue to work hard at it. I don't know, like I don't write every day. I'm kind of a lazy comic. I don't listen back to my sets like I should. I don't make adjustments. It's just a grind. Like I mean, I'm sure I don't think there's enough time to pass for me to like give solid advice or like where I can. I just keep one day turns into another, or a day turns into a week.
Yeah.
Joey Diaz talked about one day, setting 90-day periods of time and reflecting back on that 90 days. You have 4 90-day periods in a year. Perfect amount of time to look back and reflect and say, hey, what worked, what didn't work, where do I want to go with this?
That's good advice.
Yeah, and it breaks stuff down. 90 days is the perfect amount of time. I'm coming to the end of a 90-day period.
Yeah. I'm making the move to Vegas to pursue comedy further.
Yeah, I could be worried about cash a little bit, but no, I think it just makes sense. I think sometimes you just got to follow. Timing is everything. You can't control the timing of some things. The timing is right. I couldn't control the timing of me getting fired or administrative leave. So I want to take the shot, man. I think...
yeah. You can always come back to Phoenix.
Yeah.
I'll always be here.
Right? It's not going anywhere.
Nope. And the comedy scene in Phoenix, as far as I can tell, is...
It's a really good scene, man. There's a lot of...
bigger.
It's a lot of good people.
Yeah.
If you're tentative in learning the craft and you continue to work at it, there's a lot of good people in this scene. And a lot of a lot of people that are willing to help you out.
Yeah.
I think
I've definitely met a lot of solid people. At least in the last couple months. I know, starting out as a open micer, it's weird because people don't know if you're gonna stick around, and
that's I
kind of have that commitment of showing up every week and making the open mics. And I mean, I've even met people even from July when I started that I haven't seen since August or September because they just haven't shown up to a mic.
And it's not only continuing to go. It's, hey, I've done this for 90 days. Have I gotten better? It's to to be showing progress.
Absolutely.
I'm just fortunate enough to be where I'm at, and I feel like I have some momentum going into Vegas with me, and I'm like a championship fighter. I'm going into this fight. I lost my last fight by TKO, but I've been training hard.
Yeah.
He's got a really nasty left. I've been training against the left. I'm working on my right. I tie my shoes at night. Any other questions?
Now you're a rapper.
Yeah. Well, SoundCloud. But no, man, it's everybody does it differently. There's a path. There's not a clear-cut path like this is how the cookie-cutter comedian.
Oh, no, yeah, everyone does it differently, but I mean, one thing's consistent is, like, you got to put in the work and be good. I mean, it's like, I've met so many people over the last 6 months since I started, and, like, I mean, there's people who just want to get up on stage and just want some attention. And then there's some people who are fucking dedicated and working at it, and in 10 years they're going to be killing it as comics who've been into it for, 12, 13, 14 years.
It's definitely something you get what you put in.
For sure.
And it goes past what the 5 minutes, the 7 minutes, the 10 minutes you do on stage.
Yeah.
If you're doing 20 minutes, it goes past that. The work being done in the rewriting process, in writing things down, in networking and making all these contacts. There's a lot.
Yeah, I think networking and being personable is a big thing.
Definitely.
I mean, I've met a lot of people who aren't very personable. And it's not like a fault of their own. It's just it's something that also you have to work on. It's not just like getting good at telling jokes. It's also working at being personable.
I'm personable, but like I also have my moments where I'm very withdrawn. No, it's important. Shaking hands, just thanking people, but like that to me is just basic stuff.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Like
it's not a comedy thing. It's a everyday people advancing in most life.
For me,
you get to the top of any corporate ladder by being a fucking likable person.
For me, it's like a stage and a microphone. It's like going into a dojo. Take my shoes off.
Yeah.
And close the rice paper door very gently because it's made out of rice paper.
That's fair.
You've got your mat, maybe a bowl of sake.
Yeah.
You ever see the movie 13 Assassins?
I think so.
Oh, dude, you want to talk about a gnarly samurai movie?
13 Assassins.
Oh,
that sounds familiar.
I've been thinking about assassins, the word, because ass in.
When did this come out? Yeah, I have seen this.
This movie is so brutal.
I'm pretty sure I saw this in theaters.
Oh, so good. All subtitles, but I can get over it.
Did it come out in theaters, or am I thinking of a different movie?
You might be thinking of a different movie, but I don't, because I think this one came out in Japan. Oh, in the USA, but I don't know.
I feel like I've seen it. I don't know. I'm probably thinking of another.
It comes up on Netflix every now and then.
Ninja movie.
It's a good genre.
Why did you bring this up? I'm so stoned. What did you say?
Oh,
you feel like an assassin?
No, I was talking about my dojo and assassins.
Yeah.
Watch that movie. I only like. I feel like I have a stamp of approval. If I tell you to do something, if I say go here and eat, order this, ask for Kung Chao, it'll come out. If I say watch this movie, it's got my stamp of approval. I promise you. Like it comes with some weight. I'm the Rally Cowboy. Like it comes with some weight.
You are the Rally Cowboy.
It comes with a weight. Like
so
it's a weighted. It's like, look, I'm not asking. This isn't a suggestion. Watch this movie.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It's
13 Assassins.
It's brutal as fuck.
Remember when I was like, I'm gonna suggest a movie to you, and you're like, I'm not gonna watch it.
Well, you could tell me that, and it wouldn't bother me.
I will most likely watch
this. This movie's rad. I'm
the type of person who will watch it.
He cuts his belly open.
Really?
Oh man, some gnarly sword action.
He cuts his belly open?
Yeah, he harikaris himself. Is that what it's called?
I don't know. What is that? Why does he kill himself?
Because it's like he disgraced his family.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's brutal. That's crazy.
He was like in one of the Shogun eras in
Japan.
Japan. Yeah, dude, it's
I don't really trust Rotten Tomatoes.
It's good. No, but you can trust me.
I can trust you.
Have you ever seen the movie Rubber? Welcome to another movie review segment.
No.
You've never seen the movie Rubber? It's about a tire that has telepathic or telekinesis power and blows stuff up.
Stop it.
I'm not even joking.
Stop
it's
it.
a real movie. It's so good.
Is it like a Bollywood movie?
No, it's just some cheap American movie about a tire.
Wow. This is like something I would have made in film school and everyone would have made fun of me.
I've watched this movie a couple times. I find it kind of entertaining. It's so simple.
Are you serious? A homicidal car tire discovers it has destructive psionic power, sets its sight on a desert town, wants a mysterious woman because becomes its
What do you
obsession.
think happened to Yuma
It's pretty special.
or Casa Grande?
Yuma sucks. God damn. Are you from Arizona?
I lived here long enough.
Long enough? Where are you from?
I was born in Texas, but I've been here. I'm 34. I've been here 30 years.
Is that where the Texas thing comes from, or the cowboy things come from?
No,
It's
but
just
once
in
you're a
your
born
blood?
Texan, I'm born Texan. You can take the man out of Texas, but you can't take the Texas out of the man. And my Texan's name is Roy.
Damn. That's some serious shit, Roy.
Yeah, I may be the Rally Cowboy, but I always got Texas on me.
Oh my God, you sure do. That's a big belt buckle.
I stole it from Goodwill.
You're very Texas. You stole it from Goodwill? It was probably 50 cents.
No, they wanted like $14 for it, and I took it off the belt it was on and put it on my belt and walked out of the store.
Oh,
it was
right.
donated. Come on.
That was a good deal.
Come on, why are we...
Goodwill doesn't even do anything good for people. It's like a corporation run
I worked
by
there.
some fucking Nazi. Did you really?
No.
No. That's so fucking great. I feel like we should have wrapped this up after comedy. It was like a very, very good...
Yeah, I hope you got it. You don't have a notebook, so I don't know what questions you have.
You did a great job.
I've never done one of these, so...
I jotted them down in my mind.
This is the first
down.
one.
You've never done a podcast before?
No.
Oh, I'm so glad I could be your first.
Yeah, thank you for popping my podcast, Jerry.
For sure.
I
thought for sure you'd be one of the guys that everyone was like,
no one,
come
no,
do my fucking
no
podcast.
no one.
Really?
Yeah, right.
Bunch of bitches.
My feelings aren't hurt. It happens. I'm not.
Bunch of fuckers, dude.
We'll get there. I'm doing Cam and Sam's on Friday.
I don't know Cam and Sam.
Oh well.
Who are they?
They're comics.
What's the podcast?
I have no idea.
You don't know?
Well, it's their podcast.
You probably didn't know what mine was called before today.
Nope,
either. Yeah.
But that's okay. I thought about that today. I did. I legitimately maybe I should research. Like you walk into it's like The View, but for men and
Yeah.
What do you guys do when your butt gets itchy? What do you guys do when your butt gets itchy?
If I had some weird thing that I was like, we're gonna do this on the podcast.
So when my butt gets itchy, I itch it. Oh, that's...
No, I hope this is
really
a good first podcast for you.
No, this is nice.
Anything weird.
Yeah, no, the carrot's still in my butt, but that's not really weird. It's just normal at this point.
Put it there. I didn't do it.
It's one of those long ones.
I think you should definitely come back and do another podcast when you're back.
Yeah.
In Arizona. Definitely let me know.
I'd love to. Maybe it could be around baseball season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should definitely go to a game together. That'd be fun.
I should come back around spring training and just do a baseball podcast.
I fucking love... dude, yeah, we could talk about Diamondbacks all day. I'm a big sports fan. Especially...
what time is it?
It's 9.
Aiton started for the Suns tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I'm not that big of a
sports fan.
Basketball fan.
Oh, neither am I, but it's on. I'm paying attention.
Suns is the only basketball team I know anything about.
I listen to sports radio 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in my car.
Football and baseball I follow pretty closely, and then basketball is one of those things I'm like, it's an in-between season sport for me.
Right. It gets going right around... Now, it just depends, because if the Diamondbacks are way out of it, I do kind of pull back. And I'm like, and I'm going to start looking for football.
I think most people do, though. Diamondbacks are fairly disappointing towards the second half of the season, at least lately.
We're going to find out. They were a good ball club last year. They were fun.
Yeah, man. Well, definitely let me know. I'm definitely not giving up stand-up comedy ever, so... Hopefully we can do some shows together in the future when you come back to Phoenix. And,
yeah, you'll probably be a big deal. I'll probably have to beg.
No, I don't think so. I think I got 10 solid years to go. So
10 solid years. I had a solid bowel movement today. Is it kind of like the same thing?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's a large bowel movement I'm working on.
Well, that's good. Work on it. Let it stew in there. Carve it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop it.
I just want to say to all your viewers, my name's been Ross Dinsdale. You can follow me on Instagram at The Real Skeletor. That's TheRealSkeletor. That's on Instagram. Find me. You can find me on Flickr at Hot Dog Photography. This has been another edition of the Millennial Meltdown.
Millennial Meltdown.
Can we recut that? We're gonna 5.
Millennial Countdown.
This has been another edition of Millennial Meltdown. Next week we bring in a severely depressed millennial who is on the verge of an actual meltdown. We give them a gun, and we leave the room. That'll be next week's episode. We hope you enjoyed it.
It's not next week's episode, but
we hope you enjoyed it.
That's so great.
I want you guys to thank my
you could
guest.
just record me an intro to the podcast.
I want you guys to thank my guest, Jeremy Cox. I've been your host, Ross Dinsdale. If you're driving right now while listening to this not live, oh man, we should do a live podcast. Then people can call in. That would be awesome.
I used to do all of them live.
I just like answering my phone. Hey, number 5. You to act like you're on a podcast. You're like, what is going on? I was like, I don't know.
We could do them live.
Yeah, we should do them live. I don't know.
I would. Once
we should have Instagram lived it.
Once I get 100.
Do you have an Instagram account for this?
Yeah.
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 How often do you update the content?
Like fucking never, man.
Oh, that's.
I really need to do that more.
That'll be our next. Tune in. Not next week. And maybe not the week after that, because cops are going to have a lot of questions after we bury the body. Tune into the week after that, where
Speaking of Instagram, we'll take a picture
we discuss how to create content and how often to create content. You should create content every day.
You should.
Yeah, create it every day.
You should. You absolutely should.
You're listening to 95.5 KY.
That was a great ending to the show. Fucking like and subscribe.
Follow
Ross.
Subscribe.
I'll put this shit in the description of the video. Yeah. Thanks for fucking listening. Thanks for being here, dude.
Listening. Goodbye.
It was a good one.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.